Last time we talked about Json, JavaScript object notation. It's like a dictionary in Python, right? Something like that, yeah? Curly brace. It could be in the form of curly brace, like defines an object or an array. Name, the keys are in double quote. Name, like Eric, right? Comma, and age, 10, right? Something like that. And it could be another object, and then it could be another curly brace, or it could be an array, right? This is JSON. Pretty much similar like the dictionary. So why do we need the JSON? We need this to store and transport the data. It's used to carry the data, right? It's used to carry data, especially in application between the client and server. And look at this format. If you write this format, if you store the data in this format, you can give it to other people and people can understand it, right? It's pretty straightforward, right? Yeah? And the computers are very good at parsing this data. How about if the values has the code? Now this is just test, yeah? How about if I want to store the code, double quote, in the value field? So we need to escape it, right? We need to escape it. For example, we want to store the ERIC with this code, double quote. So I can't just put it here, right? This could be causing the problem. So what do we need to do is we just have to do this. A backscape, escape. You know, you can find the key just around where's the key? Where's the backscape key? It's here, right? Just above the enter. Right? So this is just to mean that the next character, yeah, it's actually the code, the value we want to store. It's not part of the, part of the syntax. Alright? Okay, so this is JSON. Right? So today we want to talk about another format, data format called XML, which is very popular as well. So this is JSON, this is XML. XML stands for extensible markup languages. Markup language. Okay? So what does it look like? Person, name, Eric, name, age, 10, age, and then hobbies, games, for example. You want a game, right? Game. So we have this game, and I don't know what game you like. Pokemon. Pokemon. So it could be run away, right? So it could be run away. So Pokemon. Game, hobbies, game, Pokemon. So game. I'm running out of space. Look, game, and then this should be hobbies, right? Hobbies, and then hobbies, and game. So we have Pokemon. So Pokemon. Okay. Game. Okay. I need to close it.
Eric is 10 years old, and its hobbies is games, Pokemon.
Okay. So again, similar to the JSON, it's very easy to read, right? This is the format, the syntax of the XML. So as you can see, look, these. So if we have this person, yeah, this is an element, and you need to close it by // This is called element, right? And each XML should have only one root element, only one root. Okay, you cannot have multiple roots. Okay, you can put another thing here called address. So each XML file has only one root element. So each root element can contain text, text, text. Could be a string. We could interpret it as a value, like age. And it could also contain some other elements. Look, this person contains other elements, right? Okay, so another thing about XML is the element contains attributes. So name, you can have a name, and then you have this title can attribute, title Mr. Right? And then Eric, name. Okay. Look, this is the element, start element, and end element with this syntax. And then look this attribute, key value pairs, key value. You could have multiple attributes. This is called attribute. So to sum up, An XML file contains only one root element, and then it could have other elements, the text, attributes, and it could be a mix of them. So XML is used to carry data, right? And then it only carries data. It doesn't do with any other logics. It doesn't tell you where the data is for. It doesn't tell you how to display the data, right? We're probably going to tell about HTML. In a browser, yeah, you type in the URL, for example, google.com, yeah, HTTP as google.com, and then there's a search box and another search here, right? This is the page displayed in browser. So what describes the page, the layout, is HTML. It's quite similar to this XML, but XML is used to store data only, to carry data only. HTML is used to describe how the page looks like. Okay. So if an element, the root element, does not contain anything, look, for example, you can say like hobbies. Yeah, hobbies. If you don't have any hobbies, you can do it this way. Yeah? This is to close it, right?
None.
Or you just just do this hobby with nothing in there, right? If there's nothing, there's no text inside a tag. Look, this is start ending tag. You can just do this, change this here, and put. Okay, this means that it has an element hobby, but it's empty. Okay.
Yes.
We talk about elements in XML, we talk about the attribute, we talk about the text, we talk about the empty tag. Okay, so we could have a prologue in XML at the beginning of an XML document. So it looks like something like this. So in XML prologue, we declare the versions, the encodings. So the default encoding is UTF-8, we could have UTF-16 or different encoding specified in the XML document. The XML prologue is optional, it's not mandatory. Like JSON, it could have a comment. So JSON does not have comments, everything is part of the data. In XML, we could have comments declared in this way. So this is not part of the data, it's not part of the syntax, this is just for humans. Okay, so and here, let's take a look at this simple XML. The XML can have only one root element, and which we can have different XML tags nested inside another. So here, look, this C tag does not have any closing tags here, but instead we use this simple syntax to close it if there is nothing in there. And then we have attributes. We can have a different number of attributes for each tag. So, okay, so let me write a JSON, and then can you convert it to XML? There is no right or wrong answer, just to test your knowledge about XML, how it looks like. Bless you. What Pokemon comes into your mind?
Well, Necrozma.
Okay. Name of Pokemon?
Necrozma.
How do you spell it?
Necrozma.
Okay. And then, does it have any attributes?
It's a psychic type.
Type.
Type psychic.
How do you spell it?
Psychic.
P
S Y
C
H
I C.
How do we convert this to XML?
Pokemon name.
You want to give it a go?
Sure.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Just this is JSON XML. You need to have one root element. Remember we talked about. So probably I fix this for you. So have a Pokemon, right? Pokemon, and then star here at the end. There's a Pokemon.
Name.
Okay. Yeah. Probably.
Name.
You can have text, so you don't need this, right? And then you need to close it. Okay, that's good. Just that. Yeah. And then what else? Type. So put the type here.
And N type.
And then yeah. Yeah, look, this is XML. So it's basically we use this kind of thing to carry the data, right? And then you need to close it, right? Close it. Okay. We need a double quote to wrap up the values, right? But if the value contains the double quote, you need to escape it, right? How about here? What kind of characters we need to escape here? so it doesn't confuse people. This one, yeah? Look, this one, yeah? We need to capture this, right? Escape these two, right? Right? For example, if I want to carry this data, like A, we want to carry this data in XML. So if you put the name here, what happens? You confuse the XML. So is this an element or is this a text, right?
Text.
Yeah. So it's a text. So how do we fix it? So we use
Get
this.
rid of it.
Now we want to store this. How do we store it so it doesn't confuse the XML? It's a tag. It's an element. So we can use this. This we change to N LT. Okay. This we change to N GT. What does it mean? Look, less, greater, and is the thing of number 7. Number 7. Look, this key, this symbol, and semicolon. Okay, semicolon. Yeah, this is how we escape it. So we can do this here. LT, GT. Okay, so then in this case, we know this is a value. This is not a tag. Same thing here. Look, if we want to have a double quote A in the name, right? In that name, we can't just write it here like that, right? Because that will confuse with the JSON. Is this starting or is this ending the value type? We can add a backscape. We can escape the double quote here. Okay. So what have you learned today? And that's it. What have you learned?
About
XML. XML. Extensible markup language. So in computers, in many applications, programs, computer programs, we use the XML to store the configuration. Look, with this, it's easy for human to understand, right? It's very easy, very straightforward. We have this efficient algorithm to pass with XML. Look, if I want to get a value type, then I can say Pokemon.type, right? And it's a pass. Then we know, then computer knows to get a value here. Pokemon.type, and here the same. This is the entire object, right? So .type. One question for you. Think about it. So given a same data, right? If I want to store the name and type, which one you think is shorter? Which one you think is shorter? JSON, yeah, obviously, because look, this has the overhead storing the element tag, right? Yeah. Which one is easier to understand? Simpler to read.
XML.
It's very well structured, right? The element has the names, but this one is just the key value pairs, right? Okay, that's it for today. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.